A story about a nightmarish creature that lurks in the darkness? Today's story is about Candraphon. Hey, welcome! I'm LeilaFox. Today's lore story is for Candraphon. Candraphon is a legendary demon spawn that we have in Raid Shadow Legends. Now, while he isn't exactly a Halloween type champ, his lore story can kind of fit in nicely. And being part of the demon spawn faction, let's go take a look at their faction lore as a whole. Beyond the dark portal lies a realm of fire and darkness. It is the home of ancient beings born of darkness. Forbidden from setting foot in the fair lands of Teleria, these foul entities have conspired with necromancers to breed demon spawn, unholy unions of demon and mortal. Now let's check out the story for Candraphon from the Telerian Lorebook of Champions. Hushed rumors speak of a beast on the prowl, a terrible monster born of the shadow. It slithers in dark corners where Lumaya's light does not reach, never to be seen until it is too late. And when it unleashes its bloodthirst, there is no escape. Razor-sharp claws rend steel and flesh alike, and the beast strikes with such blinding speed that its unfortunate victims never have a chance to realize from whence their death arrived. Candraphon, though few know the name, is that abomination, and much of what is whispered about him is neither myth nor exaggeration, but a nightmarish truth. He is an ancient demon spawn, whose origins lie far beyond the realm of Teleria. Whatever drives him is hard to comprehend for a mortal mind, but there is a malicious intelligence behind the seemingly barbaric acts of butchery. The truth is simple, but no less disturbing for it. Candraphon is a predator, a stalker that treats the mortal realms as his hunting grounds, and the lesser creatures that dwell therein as quarry to slay whenever he wishes. To attract the gaze of this demon's burning eyes is to invite a swift and brutal demise, for Candraphon revels in victory over worthy prey above all else. Well, so that was the story for Candraphon, and I don't know if you agree with what I said in the beginning, but I really feel like even though Candraphon technically isn't a Halloween champ, his story can fit in nicely. They talk about a demon, they talk about a creature that hides in the darkness, that stalks its prey, and people don't know where this terror is coming from. You know what it reminds me very much of? It reminds me something almost like the movie's Predator. Almost like that, like we have this character that is concealed in the shadows and veiled. And so specifically, it's almost like he's going after for sport. He does it for fun, just for the thrill of it. Checking out Candraphon's abilities in the game, we can see how it fits in nicely with the lore story. Particularly his on the hunt is he does have a perfect veil, increased attack, increased speed, and increased crit damage. So we know that he starts veiled, he starts concealed. And especially in arena, we know he could be rather devastating because in his next ability is often Butcher's Glee. It's an AoE, and he gets an extra turn and resets the cooldown of On the Hunt if the attack kills an enemy. For anyone that's gone against Candraphon in arena, we know how devastating he can be. He starts in a veil, he could pretty much wipe out a whole team in one shot with his AoE, and his passive also works with it as well too. Because again, the whole idea of him having to be concealed, be veiled, lurking in the shadows, is his damage increases by 40% when he's concealed. He also receives less damage while he's concealed, boosts his turn meter, and so we can see how all of this really fits in nicely with a story for a champ like Candraphon. I'd love to know what you think for this story. I think it's very interesting how we say he's an ancient demon spawn, that his origins predate that of Teleria. And with that being said, it could also make sense why the lore might not be as in-depth, because technically something that old would probably just be stories, would be legends, maybe not necessarily some true lore that was passed down. So I'd love to know what you guys think. If you enjoyed this story for Candraphon, leave me some comments down below. Let me know what you think. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, check out some more videos up here in the playlist on the top right.